Sai Ram, dear students. Welcome to Satyasai Lokaseva Group of Education. 6th class, State Syllabus, Science Chapter, Air Around Us. Okay. I am divided this chapter into two parts. This is first part. Okay. Have you seen here? But all living things require air. Yes, isn't it? You can take any living things that requires air. But have you ever seen air? You might not have seen air. You might not have seen air, but surely you must have felt its presence. Okay, in so many ways, in different ways, you felt its presence, means air presence. Okay, we go through one by one where we can feel air is presence. First one, you notice it when the leaves of the tree rustle. Okay, see this figure and this figure. Okay, the leaves of the tree rustle. This says that air is present. And also you notice it when clothes hanging on the clothes line sway. See, in the clothes line the cloths are sway. And also pages of an open book begin fluttering when fan is switched on, like this. Observe this. From all this we can say that air is present. Okay, you have felt, you are not able to see air. Okay, then wind. Air is present everywhere around us. Okay, then moving air is called as wind. Okay, air is always in movement. Okay, that moving air is called as wind. These are figures that moves with the help of wind. With the help of wind, some works are done. See here, wind turbines. This works due to presence of air. And also hot air balloons. It is also able due to the presence of air. Okay, these are examples which convey as air is present. By using air, these are works. Next, shall we go through activity? Activity 1. An empty bottle is inverted and dipped under the water. Water does not enter inside bottle because space inside the bottle is filled with air. On tilting, air goes out on the bottle. Now water enters the bottle. See here. First you can take empty inverted bottle. You can dip under the water. Okay, what happens? Water does not enter that bottle. Why? Because air is present inside the bottle. Okay, when we tilt the bottle, okay, then air goes out. Okay, the air present inside the bottle goes out and the water enters the bottle. Okay, this says that air is occupies space. Okay, from this we convey that air occupies space. Initially in this bottle air is present. Okay, when we dipped under the water, okay, if the air is not present in this bottle, then water goes inside the bottle, but the air is present inside the bottle, so water does not go inside the bottle. When we tilt the bottle, the air comes out, then the water enters the bottle. This shows air occupies space. Then the characteristics of air. Okay, does air has color? No, air has no color and one can see through it. Okay, means transparent. Okay, if air is opaque, you are not able to see other persons and other objects. Okay, through the air you can see other objects. So air is transparent and colorless, odorless. Okay, these are the properties. Okay, properties of air. Okay, next, atmosphere. What's mean by atmosphere? Think it. Atmosphere means, yeah, air is the mixture of gases. Okay, air is not a single component, it's a mixture of component on the earth. Our earth is surrounded by thin layer of air. Okay, thin layer of air. Our earth is surrounded. Next, this layer extends up to many kilometers, okay, above the surface of the earth and is called as atmosphere. Okay, suppose this is the earth, okay, then above this earth so many kilometers air is present. Okay, this space is called as atmosphere. Okay, our earth is surrounded by thin layer of air. Okay, this layer extend up to many kilometers above the earth. This is called as atmosphere. As we move higher in atmosphere, the air gets rarer. Okay, in the below side air is higher. When we go higher and higher in the atmosphere, the air gets rarer. So see the picture, mountaineers carry oxygen cylinders with them. Okay, because of mountains are higher in height, so mountaineers carrying oxygen cylinders with them. Why? Air at the top of the high mountain, oxygen is less. At the top of the high mountains, oxygen is less. So mountaineers carry oxygen cylinders with them while climbing high mountains. Okay, when the mountaineers climbing high mountains, they carry oxygen cylinders. Why? When we go higher and higher in the atmosphere, the oxygen is less, so that mountaineers carry oxygen cylinders. Next, composition of air. In the previous slide, I told air is not a single component, it's a mixture of gases. Which are those gases? And how many percentage of that? See the picture. This is composition of air. Okay, nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide and some other gases. Okay, by observing this, what you say? Most of the air is, major part of the air is nitrogen. Yes, that is 78%. Okay, which are the components or composition of air? We can see one by one. First one, nitrogen. It's a major part of air, that is 78%. Next, second one, oxygen. Okay, that is 21%. Okay, we are using oxygen for breathing and also animals. Okay, next, third one, carbon dioxide, that is 0.04%. Water vapor. Next, dust and smoke and also some other gases. These are composition of air. Okay, we will go through one by one by activity. Okay, see, air is essential for burning. Okay, this is a statement. For we can prove this by an activity. See, activity 2, take two candles. Okay, we can take 2 candles here, light both the candles, Next, cover one of the candle with inverted glass tumbler. Okay, you are taking two candles, lighting on both candles. Then one candle is covered with tumbler, glass tumbler. Okay. Next, observe both the candles carefully. What happens? Observe carefully. Next, the candle covered with glass tumbler gets extinguished after some time. Why? Because whereas the other is also continue burning. Okay. After some times, one where the candle which is covered by glass tumbler is extinguished after some time, whereas other continued burning. Why? What happens? What is the reason for this? Okay, the candle got extinguished because the component inside the glass tumbler which supports burning is limited. Okay, which gas is present inside the glass tumbler? You have to identify. Means most of the component is used by burning the candles. However, the other candle continue to burn. This component of air which supports burning is known as oxygen. Okay, we are taking two candles, lighting both, then one candle is covered with glass tumbler. Okay, after some times the candle which is covered with glass tumbler goes extinguished. Okay, but whereas the other candle continue burning. Why? The component of air which is present inside the glass tumbler which supports the burning is limited. Okay, after complete using of that component of air inside the glass tumbler, then that extinguished. Okay, that component of air which supports burning is called as oxygen. Okay, then oxygen. What is the other use of oxygens? Oxygen is essential for burning. Next, oxygen is essential for breathing also. Okay, then oxygen is dissolved in water, is used by aquatic organisms. Okay, so air dissolves in water so that aquatic organisms are lived inside the water, otherwise they are dead. Okay, next, nitrogen. In the activity 2, did you observe that air still present in glass tumbler? Which is that component? Yes, even after the candle blow out, air still present inside the glass tumbler. This indicates that presence of some component in the glass tumbler that is called as nitrogen, which does not support burning, which is the major part of air which does not support burning candle is called as nitrogen. Then what is the use of nitrogen? Okay, nitrogen first of all does not supports burning. Next, second one, then where can we use nitrogen? We can use nitrogen for plant nutrient. Okay, it is an important plant nutrient. Carbon dioxide, CO2. Okay, this is chemical formula, CO2. Carbon dioxide. For oxygen, O2. For nitrogen, N2. For carbon dioxide, CO2. These are the chemical formulas. Next, see that air contains 0.04% of carbon dioxide. Plants and animals take in oxygen. Plants also take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide during respiration. It is very important. Plants take in oxygen for respiration. Okay, but in the process of photosynthesis, plants take in carbon dioxide. Okay, but for respiration purpose plants use oxygen and animals give out carbon dioxide. Okay, for respiration purpose plants and animals both take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. During burning carbon dioxide is produced at any burning. Okay, on that time carbon dioxide is produced. Used by plants for photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide is used by plants for photosynthesis. Oxygen is used by plant for respiration. For photosynthesis, carbon dioxide. For respiration, oxygen. Okay. Usually we think plants take in plants take in carbon dioxide and give out oxygen, but for respiration purpose plants take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is used only for photosynthesis purpose. Okay. Next, it can extinguish fire. Okay, so that in fire extinguisher include carbon dioxide. Okay, it can extinguish fire. Next, it is very important. Okay, it is advisable not to burn dry leaves. Okay, in your school and home you are burning so many dry leaves. Okay, you should not burn. Why? And also discarded remains of the crop. Okay, you can burn so many things. Why we should not burn? Because which pollute our surroundings. Okay, while burning carbon dioxide is released which pollute our surrounding. So we should not burn dry leaves and discarded remains of the crop. Okay, instead of burning discarded remains of the crop, we can use that for fertilizing purpose. Okay. Next, water vapor. This is the another component of air. See it, see the picture. What happens when the air outside this glass condenses and become water droplets. See here, these are water vapors. What happens? See, water vapor turns into liquid droplets when air comes in contact with cool surface. Okay, if the air comes in contact with cool surface, what happens? It condenses and drops of water appear on the cooled surface. See, this is a cooled surface, drops of water appear. Why? The air contact with cool surface, it condenses and appears as droplets. Okay. Next, the presence of water vapor is in air is important for water cycle in nature. The presence of water vapor in air is important for water cycle in nature. See the water cycle. In water cycle, what happens? The sun heats the ocean. See, sun heats the ocean, then ocean water evaporates and rises into the air. Evaporates. Okay. By the heating of sun, the ocean water evaporates. The water vapor cools and condenses to become droplets which form clouds. Okay. From the heat from the sun, the water inside the oceans gets warm and evaporates. Okay, then it condenses at higher stage of the atmosphere, then form clouds. If enough water condenses, the droplet become heavy enough to fall to the ground as rain and snow. Some rain collects in ground wells. See what happens if enough water evaporates and collects at this one point, then they form clouds. If the clouds are heavy, then they are ready to fall to the ground as rain and snow. Some rain collects in the ground wells. The rest flows through the river back into the oceans. Okay. Next, dust and smoke. Yeah, see this chimneys. The burning of fuel produces smoke. Burning of fuels through vehicles and so many factories. Smoke contains a few gases and fine dust particles which are harmful. Okay, these gases and fine dust particles are harmful to our health. That's why you see long chimneys in factories. See, in factories there is long chimneys. Okay, this takes the harmful smoke and gases away from our noses, but brings it closer to the birds flying up in the sky. This is also defect. Okay, the chimneys takes the harmful smoke and gases away from our nose, but it brings closer to birds. Yeah, dust particles are always present in air. How to know? Find sunny room in our school or home. Okay, close all the doors and windows, make room dark. Okay, sunny room means dark room. Okay, now open the door and window facing the sun. Okay, which door is facing towards the sun, you can open that. Do you see some tiny shining particles moving in the beam of sun? See here, some tiny particles are there. Okay, you can see in sun rays. This shows that air also contains dust particles. Okay, from this activity you can learn air contains dust particles. The presence of dust particles in air varies from time to time, okay, and also place to place. It varies from time to time and place to place. Same percentage of smoke and dust particles are present in anywhere? All over the all? No, because it varies from time to time and place to place. The percentage of air is present here is different from Bangalore and also Tumkur. Okay, it different from place to place and also time to time. Next, see here, there is a traffic police. They wearing mask. Why the policeman is wearing a mask? Yes, can you identify? Because a traffic police does work in area which full of pollution. Okay, so they wear a mask to protect themselves from pollution. Okay, pollution. Next, fine hair and mucus. Fine hair and mucus are present inside the nose to prevent dust particles from getting into respiratory system. Fine hair and mucus which are present in inside the nose, which prevent dust particles from getting into the respiratory system. Do you recall being scolded by your parents when breathe through your mouth? Yes, because if you do that, harmful dust particles may enter your body. Next, air contains some gases, water vapor and dust particles. However, there may be some variations in the composition of air from place to place. Why? Because we see that air contains mostly nitrogen and oxygen. Okay. In fact, these two gases together make up 99% of air. You can see this pie chart. Most of the part is occupied by nitrogen. Okay, that is nearly 99%. Oxygen and nitrogen together we can take 99%. 1% is other gases, carbon dioxide, water vapors, and all those that. Okay. The remaining 1% is constituted by carbon dioxide and other gases and also water vapor. These components of air different from place to place and time to time. So, we learnt in this class composition of air, air supports burning and also air occupies space. On this I give some questions. First one, what is the composition of air? Okay. Next question, the layer of air around the earth is known as dash. Why the policeman is wearing a mask, or why the traffic policeman is wearing a mask? Which gas in the atmosphere is essential for respiration? Okay. With this, we conclude this part 1. Thank you. Sai Ram.